Before committing time, money, and energy to a new venture, I need to answer one fundamental question. Is the idea truly viable? Feasibility analysis gives me a structured way to evaluate that question before major resources are invested. It helps reveal whether the opportunity is realistic, whether the business concept can work, and where potential challenges may exist. The goal is to make informed decisions early, before an attractive idea turns into an expensive mistake. This analysis is an essential first step in developing a strong business plan. A feasibility analysis is the first serious reality check for a business idea. Before investing the time required to write a full business plan, I use it to examine whether the concept is genuinely worth pursuing. That means looking across several dimensions, including the market, financial requirements, operations, and organizational capacity. The goal is not to prove that the idea will succeed. It is to identify major opportunities, risks, and unanswered questions early, so decisions are based on evidence rather than enthusiasm alone. This slide distinguishes two related but different planning tools. A feasibility analysis answers, should we do this? It comes first, and it is designed to be shorter, faster, and exploratory, helping us identify fatal flaws before investing heavily in the idea. Once feasibility is confirmed, the business plan answers, how will we do this? It provides a detailed and strategic roadmap, whether the goal is attracting investors, guiding operations, or both. In short, feasibility tests the opportunity, while the business plan explains how to execute it. Feasibility rests on four connected questions. First, product or service feasibility asks whether there is genuine demand and whether the concept solves a real problem for a defined customer segment. Industry and market feasibility examines whether the target market is large, accessible, and positioned for growth. Financial feasibility then tests whether revenue can cover costs, generate profit, and reach break-even. Finally, organizational feasibility focuses on execution, whether the founding team has the skills, resources, and capacity to turn the concept into a successful business. All four pillars must work together. Product and market feasibility comes down to answering a few practical questions before investing heavily. First, who is the primary customer, and what specific problem are they trying to solve? Then, is that customer segment large enough to support a viable business? We also need to understand the competitive landscape, including who already serves this need and how. Defensible differentiation is essential. What makes this offer meaningfully harder to replace? Concept tests and customer interviews are the fastest, most cost-effective ways to test these assumptions early. When I assess financial feasibility, I focus on three core questions. What revenue could the business generate? What will it cost to launch? And how long might it take to become profitable? The critical output is break-even analysis, which identifies the minimum sales required to cover all costs. I also compare funding scenarios, because bootstrapping, angel investment, and debt financing can each change the viability picture. Full financial projections aren't always necessary. I need enough reliable data to determine whether the unit economics are fundamentally viable or fundamentally flawed. Organizational feasibility asks whether the team is equipped to turn an idea into reality. The central question is, does your team have the management prowess to execute the idea? That means evaluating the founder's relevant experience, industry knowledge, and professional networks, not just their enthusiasm for the concept. It also means identifying resource gaps, including skills or capabilities the team does not currently possess. Those gaps may need to be addressed through hiring, partnerships, or acquiring the necessary expertise before launch. A feasibility analysis is most valuable at the earliest stage of a new idea, before investing the time and effort required for a full business plan. Start by capturing the concept and defining its scope, then assess the market, expected costs, and broader risks. The goal is to compare potential returns with the resources and uncertainty involved. Based on those results, you can make a clear decision: plan, pivot, or abandon the idea. This process is especially important when the market is uncertain or substantial capital investment is required. Several signals indicate that a feasibility analysis is especially important. Entering an unfamiliar market means founders may face knowledge gaps and blind spots, so structured research becomes essential. High capital requirements create another clear signal, because a feasibility study can help prevent costly mistakes before major funds are committed. In rapidly changing industries, the analysis needs to happen quickly and be revisited as conditions shift. Finally, significant uncertainty, such as an unproven product or undefined customer base, calls for disciplined inquiry before moving forward. Not every business idea needs a full, formal feasibility study. You may be able to move more quickly when the concept follows a well-established model, such as a local service business, and when the founder has deep industry expertise and strong market knowledge. Low startup costs, limited financial risk, and informal validation from early customers also reduce the need for extensive analysis. Still, a brief product and market feasibility check is always advisable. It helps confirm that the opportunity is realistic before significant time or money is committed. The key takeaway is simple: test feasibility before investing heavily. A feasibility analysis asks whether the idea works across 4 areas: product or service, market, finances, and organization. Do it early, especially amid uncertainty. If the results are positive, build a business plan. If not, pivot or walk away.